Hey everybody, how's it? Aloha, this is Jeebs here, your old composer, decomposing for you here at the Decomposer Lounge. Some of the music that you guys are suggesting to me, and this week is all new bands that I've never heard. Bullet for My Valentine is the name of this band, and the song I'm doing is Tears Don't Fall. So I want to thank you guys for the suggestions. Next week, I'm coming back and I'm looping through about 8 or 9 different bands I've already done. Opeth, Perfect Circle, Porcupine Tree, Meshuggah. I'm going to be coming back to that. So I kind of like how I'm doing this. If I'm going to do a little acoustic for a while, a little bit of brand new bands for a while, and circle back. So anyhow, still having fun. Almost 7 months into this, and I don't see any signs of slowing down. Gee, lucky you, huh? Anyhow, thank you guys. You know the shtick. If any advertisement shows up, it doesn't monetize the channel. If you want to buy me a cup of coffee, link will be down below. The link will also be down below for Bullet for My Valentine, Spotify, and merch. So let's do this. Tears Don't Fall by Bullets for My Valentine. All right.
Me is slowly fading. Would she hear me if I called her name? Would she hold me if she knew my shame?
Okay, a lot to talk about really quick, but I'm going to see if I can condense this a little bit. Love the opening. You guys have heard me talk about how in engineering, it can be used, digital delays that have a timing on it, to kind of give it a syncopated sound in its rhythm. So the opening guitar pattern has that delay on it, and that delay seems like it's in an eighth, but depending on the pattern that the guitar player plays, it kind of has this cool kind of syncopated vibe that comes in. Then another guitar comes in with a cleaner line and starts to build, and they let you kind of settle into it. Then they go ahead and then they nail us with all the heaviness. And what I love about what's happening here is that there's 2 guitars, and while this is starting to set up for the vocal and everything, this guitar is holding down a lot of the heavier, let's just say that quarter notes or the half notes that are, and then what happens is in the last maybe measure of the phrase, this guitar holds a melody. So I like when they do that. I like when there's a split apart. I like when you could tell there are 2 guitar players. Instead of double exactly, and you try to just nail everything. And the nuances kind of fib it out a little bit. But I love that. Then what we just heard was as the vocals came in, the tone of the bass is unreal. Listen to that bass. That tone is sick. But I love how they came in straight time, and then they flipped it. Went halftime. Sometimes you'll hear that the other way around. I like how they did that. So I'll get into it a little more with the vocals and stuff, but I just wanted to bring that up because there was a lot going on there.
There's always something different going wrong. The path I walk's in the wrong direction. There's always someone fucking hanging on. Can anybody help me make things better? Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. Your tears don't fall, they crash around me.
right, so a couple other things I want to pick up. Excuse me. When it went into the second verse, I love the drum pattern that actually broke it apart a little bit. So instead of it being double time or half time, there was a cool little. I was like, okay, good. I like that twist up. And then went into halftime. Something else that I noticed that I really dug is that when our vocalist goes into the heavy growl, that there's a melody being played by the guitar to kind of guide us through, give us something more melodic to kind of hang on to, while the performer, while the musician, the lead singer, you know how I feel about that. Treat him like an instrument, lights it up and just tears it up through there. And then in the hook, I like how it glides, how that growl just glides, and then the melody takes off. So that's really super cool. I mean, that's a production and an engineering decision that's made. Now, I don't know this band, so I don't know if there are two singers. Maybe that's what it could be. Because live, obviously, if it's one singer, he'll have to cut that note short, the growl short to get into it. But if it's two singers, super cool beans. All right, let's keep going.
Come home, your tears don't fall and crash around me. Her conscience calls, the guilt seems to come home. Oh,
Wow, what a trip. I love the fact that they just blasted us with a tempo change. And also, it really shows, the strength and the power of the band and the musicians in the band and their technical skills. What I love about this is that, once again, there are some songs that are produced where they'll clip the tail noise, sometimes in engineering, to give you that really super dead kill stop. Or maybe they have the gate set on DEFCON 5, I don't know. But what I love about this is that I can hear all the nuances of playing live. And I love how they engineered. You obviously don't want to put any, in my opinion, any kind of delay or reverb or slapback or reflection on any guitar work that has really intense riff playing, just like we just heard. Otherwise, it would muddy it up. But I love hearing the string nuances. You could just hear the string nuances in the muting and stuff like that. And they also did a harmony. So they were doing their riff in harmony with something I just realized as I was listening to this that was really cool. Not until the second solo did I realize this. So we have these solos that just lit off that are very human, and you guys know what I mean by that. There's a lot of feel in these solos. It's not, overly technical and stuff like that, but very powerful, very soulful. But they played a solo over a fairly melodic section. So a lot of times, if you could play solos with chord changes that are happening, but there's actually left-right melody that's secondary melody that's happening here, beneath the solo. And that's kind of fun, but that's kind of risky because there could be notes that you chunk or muddy up or cause an unintentional dissonance or something like that. That was Richter. So looks like we're about to change up a little bit. So here we go.
Would she hear me if I called her name? Would she hold me if she knew my shame? There's always something different going wrong. The path I walk's in the wrong direction. There's always someone fucking hanging on. Can anybody help me make things better? Your tears don't fall and crash around me. Her call
I love that sneak end like that. It was really super cool. I love the way we faded down, all the energy kind of turned off, and there was just a really super cool harmonization going on between the two guitars, and then they lit us back up for like just one more, you know, come on, give up. I want to glam a little bit about the vocals. Now, excuse me, the fact that a lot of singers have that technique and the capabilities of the growling into clean voice or power voice or, you know, grit performance. One of the things that I keep an eye on keep an ear on is I enjoy listening to the abilities of these artists, you know, the singers that have that capability. But something else I wanted to bring up before I dig out is the harmonies and the counter melodic arrangements in the harmonies that were being done, especially in the hook. And, you know, a lot of times we get used to harmonies and voices that are usually in unison, word for word, but they'll be, you know, harmonized. But what I like is when bands and artists will take chances and they're going to sing their melody. It's not this melody. But then while that's happening, background vocals, hard left, hard right, and in harmony might be doing giving it its own world and its own life instead of being that kind of pseudo-typical harmonies in unison with the melody with the singer. And that was written really well. This is extremely well produced. The compositions are rich and dynamic. And of course there's some layers here, I believe. I just on the picture here on Spotify, it looks there's four guys there. And so there's got to be some layers going on, but I don't know because I've learned many months ago not to say there's. I know because in the comments I catch smoke sometimes. Anyhow, that being said, bullet for my Valentine. This was Tears Don't Fall. Thank you so much for hanging out. You want to buy me a cup of coffee? Links below for them and their merch. Link below for the headset as well. So you guys take care of yourself. You got what's today? Today is a Wednesday. Killer hump day, y'all. Take care. Aloha. All right.